Welcome students. This is third module of chapter number 12, perimeter and area. In this module, we will be learning word problems based on perimeter of a rectangle and perimeter of a square. Then we will learn about area and then we solve numericals from problem set 50 based on the area of a rectangle and area of a square. Now here we have next figure on the graph sheet is a square PQRS and we have to find out the perimeter of this square. So first let us know the length of its one side using the lines on the graph sheet. So as we know, one square on the graph sheet is of 1 centimeter and hence along the length of one side of this square there are two squares can be fitted and after that there are four lines. So we say the length of a side of this square is 2.4 centimeter. As all the sides of a square are same, the length of each side of this square is of 2.4 centimeter. Now let us find its perimeter. We have the formula perimeter of square is equal to 4 into length of one side. Here the length of one side is 2.4. So we multiply 4 by 2.4 and we get the perimeter of this square is 9.6 centimeter. We have next rectangle STUV on the graph sheet and we have to find out its perimeter. So first let us find out the length of this rectangle with help of the lines on the graph sheet. As we know, one square on the graph sheet is of 1 centimeter. There are two squares along the length of this rectangle and after that there are 9 lines. So we say the length of this rectangle is 2.9 centimeter. Let us find out the breadth of this rectangle. As there are two squares along the length of this rectangle, we say the length of the breadth of this rectangle is 2 centimeter. Now let us find out its perimeter. We have perimeter is equal to 2 into length plus 2 into breadth. So we write 2 into 2.9 plus 2 into 2 which is equal to 5.8 plus 4.0 which is equal to 9.8. Hence we get the perimeter of this rectangle STUV is 9.8 centimeter. Let us know about area. In geometry, the area can be defined as the space occupied by a flat shape or the surface of an object. The area of a figure is the number of unit squares that cover the surface of a closed figure. For example, as you can see in this rectangle, there are 45 squares of same size. So, we say the area of this rectangle is 45 square units. Area is measured in square units such as square centimeters, square feet, square inches, etc. Let us know the formula to find out area of a rectangle. We have area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth, and we have a formula to find out area of a square, and it is area of a square is equal to length of a side into length of its one side. Let us solve problem set 50. First question is the length of the side of each square is given below. Find its area. So here the length of side of a square given is 12 meters and we have to find out its area. We have the formula area of a square is equal to length of a side into length of a side. So we write, here we have the length of side given is 12 meters. So we write 12 into 12 which is equal to 144 square meter. Now second we have the length of the side of a square is 6 centimeter. So let us find out its area. We have area of a square is equal to length of a side into length of a side. Here we have length of the side of this square is 6 centimeter. So we write 6 into 6 which is equal to 36 square centimeter. Next we have the length of a square is given as 25 meters and we have to find out its area. So we have area of a square is equal to length of a side into length of a side. As we have length of a side is 25 meters, we write 25 into 25 which is equal to 625 square meter. Next we have the length of a side of the square is 18 centimeter. So let us find out its area. We have the formula area of a square is equal to length of a side into length of a side. Length of side of this square is 18 centimeter. So we write 18 into 18 which is equal to 324 square centimeter. Next question is, if the cost of 1 square meter of a plot of a land is 900 rupees, find the total cost of a plot of a land that is 25 meter long and 20 meter broad. So here we know the length of the plot is 25 meter and the breadth of the plot is 20 meter. So first, let us find out the area of this plot of a land. So we have the formula, area of the rectangular plot is equal to length into breadth. As length is 25 meter and breadth is 20, we write 25 into 20, which is equal to 500 square meter. This is the area of this rectangular plot. Now we know the cost of 1 square meter of the plot is 900 rupees. So to find out the total cost of the plot of the land, we need to multiply the area of the plot by the rate of 1 square meter of the plot. So we write total cost of the plot is equal to the area of the plot into the rate, that is the cost of 1 square meter of plot, which is equal to 500 into 900, which is equal to 4,50,000 rupees. So this is the total cost of the given plot of the land. Next question is, the side of a square is 4 centimeter. The length of a rectangle is 8 centimeter and its width is 2 centimeter. Find the perimeter and area of both the figures. So now here we have two figures, a square and a rectangle. And we have to find out perimeter and area of both the figures. So first, let us find out the perimeter of the given square. We have perimeter is equal to 4 into length of one side. We have length of one side of this square is 4 centimeter. So we write 4 into 4, which is equal to 16 centimeter. Now let us find out the area of same square. We have the formula, area of a square is equal to length of a side into length of a side. We have a length of one side of this square is 4 centimeter. So we write 4 into 4, which is equal to 16 square centimeter. Now let us find out the perimeter of given rectangle. We have the formula, perimeter of rectangle is equal to 2 into length plus 2 into breadth. And we have the length of the rectangle is 8 and breadth is 2 centimeter. So we write 2 into 8 plus 2 into 2, which is equal to 16 plus 4, which is equal to 20 centimeter. Now let us find out the area of same rectangle. We have area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. The length is 8 and breadth is 2 centimeter. So we write 8 into 2, which is equal to 16 square centimeter. Next question is, what will be the labor cost of laying the floor of an assembly hall that is 16 meter long and 12 meter wide if the cost of laying is 1 square of cost of laying of 1 square meter is 80 rupees. Now we know the length and the breadth of a assembly hall, the floor of the assembly hall. So first let us find out the area of the floor of that assembly hall. We have the formula, area is equal to length into breadth. So we write 16 into 12, which is equal to 192 square meter. Now this is the area of the floor of that assembly hall. And we know the cost of laying for 1 square meter is 80 rupees. So in order to get the total cost of laying the floor of that assembly hall, we have to multiply the area of the floor by the cost of laying 1 square meter. So we write cost of laying 192 square meter is equal to 192 into 80, which is equal to 15,360 rupees. So this is the total cost of laying the floor of that assembly hall. Next question is, the picture alongside shows squares. Find out how many squares with the same measures will fit in the empty space in this figure. So we have this figure and we have to find out how many squares of same measure will fit in the empty space. Now as you can see, there are 3 squares along the breadth of this rectangle and there are 4 squares along the length of this rectangle. As the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal, there will be 4 squares along this length and there will be 3 squares along this breadth. So to get that, let us extend these lines and we found that we can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 squares of same measure in the empty space of this figure. So we write the answer as 6 squares will fit in the empty space in the figure. Next question is, divide the figure given alongside into 4 parts in such a way that the area and shape of each part is the same. Color the part with different color. So here we have the given figure like is as shown here in the picture. If you count the number of squares in this figure, you will find that there are 12 squares in the given figure. Now, in order to get 4 equal parts of this figure, we should include 3 parts, 3 squares in each part. So let us color the first part with yellow. Let us color the second part of this figure with pink and third part with light green color, and the remaining, the fourth equal part of this figure, let us color with blue. So in this way we get the 4 parts with same area and same shape of this given figure. Thank you.